So we will now discussing about reproduction in humans, and today's topic is the male reproductive system. An overview of male reproductive system with a slight description about the testes that are found in male. Now here you can see the diagram. It shows the overview of the male reproductive system. Now testes, as you can able to see here, these testes in males are located outside the male body cavity in a pouch like structure that is called as scrotum sac, as circled by the as I have circled in red. Now with testes there would be another tube like structure. With testes there is another tube like structure called as vas deferens, as you can see above, the vas deferens which connect the testes at the bottom, also called the vas deferens is also called as ductus deferens. Vas deferens then move upwards, as you can see here, it move upwards towards the abdomen and crosses the urinary bladder. You can see in the right, the red one, the urinary bladder, and then it enters to the male copulatory organ called as penis. So here you can see the vas deferens attached with the testes, and testis is located outside the male body cavity in a pouch like structure called scrotum sac, and this vas deferens which is attached with the testes, it moves upwards towards the abdomen and it crosses the urinary bladder, then it enters to the male copulatory organ called penis. So here you can see the urethra which is embedded within the penis. This urethra in male is the common duct for passing out the semen as well as for passing out the urine, but at one time only one fluid can pass. The system is made in such a way that only one fluid can pass, either urine or the semen that contain the sperm. Now within the epididymis layer, epididymis is located just on the surface of the testis. See, look at carefully. Epididymis is located just above the testis. Within this epididymis there is a duct where your sperms are stored. So epididymis located just above the testis, and there is a duct within this epididymis where your sperms are stored. Epididymis is connected to the testes with tubules. It is connected to the testes with tubules where sperms are stored. As your sperms are continuously being formed, so it's need to be stored. The urinary system and the reproductive system all having a common passage in males. Now in this picture you can see clearly, cross section view, how they are related. From the urethra urine is passed out as well as your sperm in the form of semen. So the ureter that have been marked here, it carries out urine from the kidney. Then comes the urinary bladder where your urine is stored, and the urethra which connects to the base of the urinary bladder. See where the urinary bladder have ended. The base of the urinary bladder is the place where your urethra has been connected up to the penis, and it extends up to the penis where it pass out the urine, as well as during the copulation it also pass out the semen. The neck region of the bladder, if you see carefully, the neck region of the bladder, there is a gland present called as prostate gland. There is also another gland present known as bulbourethral gland. Bulbourethral gland, also called as Cowper's gland, and both of them are found just in the neck region of this urinary bladder. Okay, now if I talk about the primary sex organs, the primary sex organs in males is your this one, testis, right? Testis is a singular term. Two testes will be called as testes, TES. While your secondary sexual organ are your accessory sex glands, like your prostate gland, the Cowper's gland, which is also called bulbourethral gland, seminal vesicles, where it prepares the major portion of the seminal fluid. Now, there is also one important structure which I have forgot to mention, and that structure, let us see if it is being given right. Here it is marked in red and has been given a tick mark. So this secondary, so an important structure that is found in the male reproductive system is your spermatic cord. Spermatic cord. With the help of this spermatic cord, the testes are hanging in the scrotum sac, and the spermatic cord have blood vessels, lymph vessels, right, and also the vas deferens, through the help of which the testes get continuous supply of blood, right. Now we will talk about the primary and secondary sex organs in male. The primary sex organs are your testes, as you know. These testes are directly involved in the process of gamete formation. What is the male gamete? Called as sperm. Male gametes are called as sperm. The primary sex organ also produce sex hormones too, and these sex hormones are known as androgens, called as androgens. Example of androgens are testosterone, dihydrotestosterone, androstenedione. testosterone, dihydrotestosterone, and androstenedione. These are the examples of androgen category of hormones, and they are produced by your primary sex organs, that is your testes. And for the production of androgens, we need cholesterol, which are the steroid hormones. Okay, the secondary sex organs. So the primary sex organ main function is involved in the process of gamete formation, and second, to produce sex hormones like your androgens. The secondary sex organs helps in transportation, maturation, and storage of the gametes. Okay, so the secondary sex organs, they only help in transportation, they help in maturation and storage of gametes, and they assist in reproduction in some way. They help in reproduction in some way. And examples, one, what are the actually the secondary sex organs in males are your epididymis, as you are seeing here. Epididymis, here it is located just above the surface of the testis. Then comes your vas deferens, the vas deferens that I have shown to you. Here you cannot see the vas deferens properly. Okay, here it is. You can see the vas deferens here. It is connecting to the testis and ends in the urinary bladder. Then ejaculatory duct, seminal vesicles. Let us see where it is present. The seminal vesicles have not been shown. Yeah, here it has been shown, the seminal vesicles, right? The prostate gland, then your Cowper's gland, which is also called bulbourethral gland. Okay, these are all secondary sex organs. So primary sex organs is only your testes, which is involved for sperm production and production of the sex hormones, while the secondary sex organs only involved for transportation, maturation, and storage of the gametes, right? And they assist in reproduction in some way. An example, and the secondary sex organs are your epididymis, right? Epididymis, the above portion of the testis contain epididymis. Here it has not been shown. Then your vas deferens, which has been shown very beautifully here. Ejaculatory duct, okay. Seminal vesicles, then your prostate gland, Cowper's gland, which is also called as bulbourethral gland. These are the secondary sex organs in male. Now, these seminal vesicles, prostate gland, and Cowper's gland, they are located very close to each other, and together they are called as accessory sex gland. Why they are called as accessory sex gland? As it prepares the nutritive fluid for the sperm maturation, called as seminal plasma. So these seminal vessels, prostate gland, and Cowper's gland, also called as bulbourethral gland, together these three glands are called as accessory sex gland because it prepares the nutrition fluid for the sperm maturation, known as sperm plasma, right? Now, I will discuss about the testis, plural form testis, T-E-S-T-E-S, and singular form is testis, T-E-S-T-I-S. Testis. Now, testis consists of the epididymis, it consists of the vas deferens also, it consists of various tubules, okay, seminiferous tubules that I will talk about just now. If you look at the structure of testis, if you look at the structure of testis as given here, testis is connected to the duct known as epididymis. Epididymis, E-P-I-D-I-D-Y-M-I-S. Epididymis is the duct which is connected to the testis. Here in this diagram, it has been shown the different parts of the epididymis. Epididymis length is about 8 to 12 meter, and it consists of three important regions. Caput epididymis, as you can see here, corpus epididymis, little bit lower, and cauda epididymis. From here your vas deferens will be connected later on. This epididymis carry out the storage, maturation of sperms, as well as phagocytosis of the damaged sperms. So many sperms are producing continuously. So in order to maintain the sperm level, we have to kill the damaged sperms, all the worn out sperms which are old enough, which get matured previously, but now it becomes old enough to be killed now. So they will be doing phagocytosis here. Phagocytosis, in immunology it has been said that in phagocytosis what happened, the cell will there are some immune cells which engulf the pathogens. So here, just like pathogens, they will be engulfed and killed through an enzymatic process. So epididymis carries out the storage, maturation of sperms, as well as phagocytosis of the damaged sperms. Naturally, if all sperms are continuously get stored, then there would be increase in intratesticular pressure. It will create a pressure within the testis. So it has to be killed because sperms are continuously being produced. Now, a little bit about the function of this epididymis. The parts of this epididymis that I have said. The caput epididymis is joined to the upper portion of the testis, as you can see here. Caput epididymis have joined to the upper portion of the testis. Corpus epididymis perform the main function actually, that is, it carries out the main storage, maturation of sperms, as well as phagocytosis of the damaged sperms. And the cauda epididymis is present at the lower portion of the testis. Now, in most of the mammals, testes are the extra abdominal, right? They are extra abdominal origin. Why testes are extra abdominal origin? Means it is found outside the body, because sperm production, maturation, storage, and survival of sperm require at least 2 to 2.5 degree lower temperature from the body. The body temperature that you have for the maturation of sperms, it requires 2 to 2.5 degree Celsius lower temperature from your body, right? Now I will talk about this later, that how they maintain this temperature by just locating outside, how they adjust this temperature so that the sperms can be produced and can be matured. The scrotum that has not been shown here, yeah, here the scrotum has been shown. You can see here clearly the scrotal skin or the scrotum provides a favorable environment. Scrotum provides the favorable environment for healthy sperm production. Now, in some mammals, testes are intra-abdominal. There are some mammals whose testes are intra-abdominal. That means located within the main body cavity. It does not get outside. The testes are not found outside. It is found inside the body cavity, abdominal body cavity. These include egg-laying mammals. Most of the egg-laying mammals have this type of feature, which are also called as prototherians, right? So there are some mammals, testes are intra-abdominal, means located in the main body cavity, and these include the egg-laying mammals. That means the dark-billed platypus that you have heard in your childhood, that it is the only mammal that can lay eggs. Dark-billed platypus have their testes within their body cavity, not outside the body cavity. It is found in their inside the cavity, inside their abdominal cavity, right? Now, an important thing to consider, that your globally nowadays sperm count in male are getting reduced because of various reasons. The first reason is your lifestyle, because we are consuming so much of toxic products like alcohol, tobacco, drugs, eating junk food, wearing tight dresses, which are not favorable for our environment in this place. Then some workers who work on blast furnace in the iron and steel industry, those who do regular driving a long distance without taking any rest, like your truck drivers, some motorcyclists also do the same thing. Due to this type of lifestyle, sperm count is getting reduced, because continue to work on blast furnace cannot the scrotum will not able to maintain that lower temperature, because everywhere it is hot. If you work on blast furnace, if you continuously drive, a warmth will be producing. The warmth of the engine or the warmth of the surroundings make that temperature on that scrotal sac to become high again. Okay, toxic products, normally they are poisonous chemicals which kills the sperms. They are not concerned with they are not related with the high temperature, but they kill the sperms. Environmental pollutants also contribute for damaging the sperms. There are also some categories of mammals where the testes migrate to the scrotum sac only during the breeding season. There are some categories of mammals where the testes will migrate to the scrotal sac only during the breeding season when they will mate with their partners. Then only at that time only the testes will migrate to the scrotum. Otherwise they will be found intra-abdominal region. Example of such mammals are rodents. All the rat family have this type of feature. Normally, these testes, as I am talking about, these testes of a male baby are formed during 7th to 8th week of pregnancy, and at that time they are found inside the abdomen. These testes will migrate to the scrotum sac during the 7th to 8th month of pregnancy of mother. So during the 7th to 8th week of pregnancy, testes are formed, but they are found within the abdomen of the newborn. That means it has not been born, that baby. That same testes will migrate to the scrotal sac. It will migrate to the scrotum during 7th to 8th month of pregnancy. Now there is a term called, look at this figure. This slide is taken from the Unacademy. It's a beautiful slide. It shows that how during 7th to 8th week of pregnancy, testes are found within the abdomen, and just during the 7th to 8th month of pregnancy, the testes migrate to the scrotum sac, where it remains permanently. Now there is a term called cryptorchidism. Sorry, I have misspelled. Cryptorchidism. Cryptorchidism. This cryptorchidism is a term where your testes failure to migrate to the scrotum sac. Normally I have said that testes should migrate to the scrotum sac during 7th to 8th month of pregnancy of mother, but this does not happen. The testes get failure to migrate to the scrotum. Thus male will have testes within their abdomen. Okay. The main cause of this type of cryptorchidism is that due to premature baby delivery. Sometimes some complications occur, mother and the child will get complicated, so premature delivery of the baby is done. And if that premature baby is male, there is a chance of having this type of medical condition called cryptorchidism. Now this cryptorchidism may be of two types. One is unilateral and another is bilateral. Unilateral cryptorchidism means only one testis is present in the abdomen, the other testis is observed in the scrotal sac. Bilateral cryptorchidism means both testes are found in the abdominal cavity. Neither of them have come to the scrotal sac. Now normally if this premature baby have this type of cryptorchidism, these testes will enter to the scrotal sac naturally at a period of 6 months to 1 year. Surgery can also be performed to correct this type of cryptorchidism. It is known as orchidopexy. 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 Orchidopexy can be done to correct this, to rectify this cryptorchidism. Now the main problem is, what will happen? What's wrong if a person having cryptocorchidism? There will be nothing wrong, but it will result in low sperm production that can result in male sterility, because if the testis found in the if the testis is located in our abdominal cavity, our body temperature will not allow the sperms to grow. It will kill the sperms, right? Now the sperms, as I have said, it is produced in the testes. But where? Testis is large. There are so many different types of cells found within the testes. Within the testes, there are some specialized cells where your sperms are produced, and that cells are called as spermatogonia. Spermatogonia. Spermatogonia are specialized germ cell through which the sperms are produced. As these spermatogonia are very sensitive to temperature, thus the germ cell will get destroyed if the testis is present in the abdomen. As temperature within the abdomen is high, it can affect the activity of these spermatogonia germ cells, and thereby it will also interfere the production of sperms. On the other hand, there are also some specialized cells called Leydig cells, Leydig, Leydig cells. Leydig cells prepares the male sex hormone mainly, and these Leydig cells are not affected by high temperature. Thus, a cryptocorchidism male will have male feature normally. He will not behave as abnormal. He will be treated normally as male, have these features, but cannot able to produce sperm, becomes sterile. Because of this high body temperature, spermatogonia cells cannot able to produce a sperm. It gets inactivated. But the Leydig cells, which prepares the male sex hormone, are not affected by this high temperature. So a cryptocorchidism male will have male feature normally, but cannot able to produce sperm, or it will produce a very low sperm count. Now another thing that you can see in this image is hydrocele. Hydrocele is a common feature that may occur among the males. It is actually an accumulation of fluid in the testes. Normally, accumulation of fluid in the testes occur among the people who are obesity, who perform very high lifting, heavy lifting of the weight, like the workers, the laborers, even the athletes, like the weightlifting athletes that you have seen all in the Olympics. Too much of heavy lifting of the weight can also leads to hydrocele. Okay. Okay. Now, testes are located outside the abdominal cavity within a pouch called scrotum, as I have said normally. Scrotum helps in maintaining low temperature of the testis, that is lower than the normal body temperature. that are necessary for the spermatogenesis. So scrotum helps in maintaining the low temperature of the testis, lower than the normal body temperature, that are needed for spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis means the formation of sperms. Scrotum is actually a supporting structure for the testis, and the scrotum communicates with the pelvic cavity. It communicates with the pelvic cavity by the help of a canal called inguinal canal. Here in this diagram, the inguinal canal has not been shown. Let us see if I have this inguinal canal. No, inguinal canal has not been shown. Let us see if I have this diagram of inguinal canal. Testicular blood supply has been given. Okay, leave it. So it has said that scrotum is the supporting structure of the testis, and it connects that means it communicates with the pelvic cavity by the help of the inguinal canal. Inguinal canal is actually the empty portion where your scrotal sac occurs. I will give you the picture of inguinal canal, just a little bit handwritten diagrammatic presentation. Let us see if I can give it to you. Okay, so this is the pouch like structure where your testes will be located. Okay, now this is your testis. Okay, connected to testis there is epididymis. It is not written. I am trying to show you as good as possible. This epididymis, just a rough sketch, and your vas deferens I will draw in red. Okay, so your inguinal canal will be this one. This empty portion is your inguinal canal, right? And these are the scrotal sac. This is your scrotal sac, as I have said. Now between this scrotal sac, it may occur that this testis may struck with this testis, or this testis may struck with this testis while running, but no, it does not occur. There is a tissue here called as scrotal septum, located just between the scrotal sacs. This is your scrotal septum. So the skin of the scrotum you can see here, and your inguinal canal that connects scrotum sac with the pelvic cavity. It communicates, the scrotum sac communicates with the pelvic cavity, okay, with the help of the inguinal canal. Now, the interesting thing is that you have all noticed that the skin of the scrotum is black. Black is a bad term. It is highly pigmented and loose skin also. If you observe, due to this high pigmentation, loose, and also the loose skin, it causes to maintain that lower temperature. The main function of this scrotal sac is this much, so that to maintain the lower temperature. Because of highly pigmentation, heat will not be absorbed, it will be protected from the heat. And also there is loose skin, and a subcutaneous layer is also present here, that causes to maintain the lower temperature. The scrotal septum that I have talked about, it separates the right testis from the left testis. Okay. Now this septum we will not see them in, because it is found inside. Outside this septum, the scrotum look like a single pouch of skin separated by a lateral portion by a median ringe. Outside, when I'm again drawing the figure here. So this, sorry for that, I have not drawn good enough here. So this is the septum that we are talking about. It is found inside, right? But outside, it looks like the pouch, the scrotal sac, has been separated in by a lateral portions, a line like structure, a ringe like structure. Ringe means just like this, a ringe like structure. Here you can see the ringe like structure. That ringe like portion is called median ringe. Median ridge, ringe, R-I-D-G-E. And that median ridge is called raphe, R-A-P-H-E, R-A-P-H-E, raphe. This is the raphe line we can see if we observe the scrotal sac, the right testis and the left testis. You can see this raphe region between these right testis and left testis. And if we cut this raphe portion, you can find the septum, the scrotal septum, which separates the right testis from the left testis. So overall we can say this scrotal septum internally separates the two sacs, where in each sac one testis will be present. Okay. Now coming to another important part called spermatic cord. I have shown the spermatic cord diagram before. Let us see spermatic cord. Yeah, this will be a spermatic cord, but it has not been given the full name here. Spermatic cord, let us see, here it has been shown the spermatic cord here in the right. Okay, so this spermatic cord, with the help of this spermatic cord, testis can hang in the scrotal sac, right? And within the spermatic cord there are blood vessels. As you can see here, there are numerous blood vessels, lymph vessels, because we also need immune system. If some type of disease, some type pathogens may enter somehow, then we have to protect them, that's organ, right? So it also consists of lymph vessels, nerves, that's why we feel pain if we get hurted, and cremaster muscles. So the testes hang in the scrotum with the help of spermatic cord, and within the spermatic cord there are blood vessels, there are lymph vessels, nerves, cremaster muscles, through which the oxygen supply occurs. Nutrient will be transported in order to make the male reproductive organs. Okay, the testis does not float within the scrotal sac. If you imagine the testis float, that's the wrong thing. The testis actually, here it is showing the cremaster muscles. The testis actually joined or connected to the wall of scrotum by your tissue, and the tissue through which the testis joined with the scrotal sac is your gubernaculum. Gubernaculum, the spelling will be like this: gubernaculum, Guber, naculum, Naculum. So with the help of gubernaculum, it is a tissue with the help of which it connects the testis with the scrotal sac wall, right? Now an important thing about the structure of testis. In adult testis is oval in shape with a length of about 4 to 5 centimeter and width is of about 2 to 3 centimeter. Weight of each testis is nearly 14 grams in adult. Now testis is covered by 3 layers that protects the testis. It is a vital organ which produces sperm, so it has to be protected. So it is covered by 3 layers that I will going to show you the diagram. And this protective covering of the testis is called tunicae. Tunicae. This tunicae forms the protective covering of the testis. Tunicae is divided into 3 layers. I will show you the 3 layers, but let me write down the name of the 3 layers. The first one is your tunica vaginalis, vaginalis, tunica vaginalis. Second one is your tunica. I have given do symbol. Tunica albuginea, albuginea, and a third one, that is your tunica vasculosa, vasculosa. So these are the three important regions of tunica which protects the testes. These are the three layers of the testes which protect the testes. Tunica vaginalis, which is the outermost layer. This layer is the outermost layer. Tunica albuginea, it is the middle layer. We cannot feel this layer from outside. And tunica vasculosa, it is the innermost layer. I am now referring to the diagram now, because without diagram you cannot able to study his properly. Just I have to remember the name. I have said these names. Let us see these three layers if given properly in the diagram. This is an original segment of a testis. So this is your main diagram, which normally you might have to draw during exam. So this is a cross section of a testis which has been shown. Tunica vaginalis, which is the outermost layer, you can see here. Tunica albuginea, the middle layer, and the innermost layer, as you can see here, tunica vasculosa, the inner layer. Now you can see here, just like within the kidney there is nephrons, right? Within the medullary region of kidney there are nephrons, you have studied in class 11. Same, just like that, there are many lobules you can see here within the testis. These lobules are called testicular lobules, as the name has been given just below. You can see it is called as testicular lobules. Testicular lobules are the compartment where your sperm formation will occur, right? These testicular lobules are the compartments where your sperm formation will occur. About 200 to 250 lobules are present per testis. Within these lobules, it contains 1 to 3 highly coiled seminiferous tubules. So these are the seminiferous tubules where your sperm production takes place. So seminiferous tubules found within the lobules. What is the name of the lobules? Testicular lobules. Testicular lobules are compartments where your sperm production will occur. There are about 200 to 250 lobules present in per testis, and within these lobules it contain your this type of tube like structure called seminiferous tubules, right? About 1 to 3 highly coiled seminiferous tubules are observed, right? They are highly coiled, as you can see, and one seminiferous tubules can be of 70 centimeter in length. Seminiferous tubules are highly convoluted, means they are highly folded. This type of convoluted word you have seen in nephron: distal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle, proximal convoluted tubule. You have drawn the diagram of nephron and typical nephron found in the kidney. Just like that, this seminiferous tubules is also very convoluted. Convoluted means highly folded. Each seminiferous tubules are made up of two type of cells. Let us see. The seminiferous tubules are made up of two type of cells. Let us see these two type of cells that has been given or not. Okay, so here you can see a 3D, a three-dimensional diagram of a testis. In cross section it shows what are the type of cells that are found within the seminiferous tubules. The male germ cell called spermatogonia, singular spermatogonium. It has been shown here. Look at this, spermatogonium, right? Plural spermatogonia. These are the main cells which will prepare the sperms. And spermatogonia, as I have said before, they are very highly sensitive to temperature. The second type of cells that you can see, Sertoli cells. You can see here the Sertoli cells has been given just like here. Okay. Sertoli cells are the somatic cells. They are not germ cells. They provide somehow nourishment to the sperm. Seminiferous tubules. The seminiferous tubules, if you see, they open as straight tubule when it entered to the testicular lobule. If you look at the diagram carefully, see, this is one lobule, right? This is one lobule, and that lobule is called what? It is called about testicular lobule. And within this testicular lobule, you can see highly folded seminiferous tubules. These seminiferous tubules opens as straight tubules when it started to enter the lobule. As the seminiferous tubule entered to the lobule, during that time the tubule becomes straight. You can see here it has been shown straight tubule, and that straight tubule gets folded to form seminiferous tubules. Okay, these straight tubules have a name called tubuli recti. Tubuli recti. In scientific word, recti means straight, right? Recti means straight, R-E-C-T-I. Tubuli refers to the tubule and recti means straight. So tubuli recti are the straight seminiferous tubules. These tubuli recti originate from the efferent ductules, also called as vas deferens. These straight tubules, as I am talking about, it is emerging from the vas deferens. Okay, also called as efferent ductules. See, it has been written as efferent ductules. From these efferent ductules, also called as vas deferens, the seminiferous tubules originate, right? Efferent ductules, another name is vas deferens. Sorry. It is called vas efferentia, not vas deferens. Vas efferentia carry the sperm to the epididymis. Look, see, from here, the testicular lobule. Within the testicular lobule, the seminiferous tubules form, and the seminiferous tubules form the sperm. Then the seminiferous tubules ends up with the vasa efferentia. These vasa efferentia carry the sperm to the epididymis. Look at the head of the epididymis. Okay, the simple thing I will talk about now. Okay, so spermatogonia or spermatogonium. Within these seminiferous tubules, is the place where your sperm production will occur. Then it straight goes to the tubuli recti. Tubuli recti are the straight tubules as shown in this diagram here. Then it will go to the efferent ductules, also called vasa efferentia, as given the name efferent ductules, also called vasa efferentia, and from there it goes to the epididymis. Okay. So this was about the overview of the sperm production, overview of the male reproductive system, I have said. In the next lecture, I will talk about the spermatogenesis, that how spermatogenesis occur, that is the formation of sperms. Here you have to say a little bit, you have to understand about the mitosis, about the meiotic division. Okay, so that's all.